Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert here, testing out Spider Weaver in Doom 3.4. Don't forget, my Spider Weaver is only a 4 yellow, 3 red. I wanted to see if I could replace Dormammu in my normal team and use Spider Weaver here. And well, the answer is actually yes. But we also learned some other interesting things, I think, about Spider Weaver, as we'll see as we get into this video more. And you can see we actually landed the stun and trauma on Doctor Strange Heartless, which I was actually kind of surprised at because her focus right now is not that great. Being at a lower level like this, you can make the argument for Skirmisher on her. Of course, I am running Striker, which I think will be the long-term ISO on her. Eventually, we do have to put ISO 4 and ISO 5 onto her, so knowing which ISO we're going to want in the future is important. Maybe hold off on 4 and just do 3 like I am doing right now. So you see we are just working our way through this node. They are missing. Even Wong's likes a little retaliate there, misses, which is quite nice. I mean, the Eternals are doing most of the work along with Morgan Le Fay. Deathpool's there to get energy and do some extra damage. And we're just going to be wrapping up Node 1 here soon. I did notice I had a lot less damage without Dormammu here. And of course, I don't have the insurance policy of Dormammu giving me those revives, which will become an issue inside the boss node, as you'll see. Alright, we walk wiping out Emma in there. We have the double tap. That's the nice thing about multiple man on this node. Is that it pretty much guarantees a double tap. And lots of energy then through Deathpool coming back to us so that the second node we're good. Now in this first node I didn't switch Morgan off of Skirmisher to Striker. I would say run Striker on her even if it's blue ISO 3. It's fine. She's perfectly fine at blue ISO 3 having a Striker. So after this node I actually did go back out and switched her back to Striker just because I'm using her outside of Arena right now. So she is invaded that. And what's also interesting is that Spider Weaver carried her charge over between nodes, kind of like what we do with Storm. So keep that in mind. Now we did actually land another trauma and stun on Maria Hill this time. We're going to learn some interesting things about summons in here. We also learned about Kate Bishop in this node. That Kate Bishop can still hit even when Spider Weaver has her charges. Now, because Kate Bishop still hits you, she does not. Spider Weaver does not lose any charges for that. As we're just working our way through here, we do want to get on Taskmaster. We don't really want him going off, well, ever. We don't want to be stunned or blinded by him. It's nice seeing Spider Weaver get an assist there. Again, that's another one where I should have just used the basic, but I didn't, unfortunately. I just kind of see special or ultimate up and I think, ooh, gotta hit that button. That's just the way I am. But it's also interesting there is that we see Crossbones hit 2. At least I think he did. I'm sure somebody will let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong. That's what people love to do on the internet. Let people know that they're wrong. So I was actually looking for the stun there. Actually, I got the stun. It's interesting also that Echo's retaliation does not cost us a charge either. So this is really good for anybody who's... good thing to know if you try to bring Young Avengers against Spider Weaver. Echo is not going to really do much damage. Getting rid of Zemo, got rid of Kate. You can see Spider Weaver pretty low, but she does heal herself up a little bit. I'm just healing up Morgan more or less there because we don't have that insurance policy of Dormammu. You can see even Kate Bishop does in fact hit. I imagine Hawkeye will still hit. I imagine Daredevil will still hit. And I forget who the other ones are to have increased accuracy that might still hit. So, which makes me to believe it's not actually 100%. It's 100 accuracy they are knocking off. I don't think the text is right in the game. It's just based off of this footage, what I've been able to see. It's not like they ever released something that was wrong, right? Alright, trying to get rid of Ms. Marvel because, well, she's extra damage and she's annoying with her taunt. And she's low in health. You see, I am able to make Spider Weaver and able to make her survive, which is good. Of course, down in lower difficulties, you'll probably have an easier time with a lower level Spider Weaver than I am with 3.4. It is nice that she does heal herself up, though. With these lower level Spider Weavers for now, I could make an argument for Fortifier just to keep her alive, because her living can be such a huge thing. This could be both in the arena, outside the arena, and of course in Cosmic Crucible, though, she does give herself barrier every turn, so maybe not using it there. And I actually used the basic there. You can see she's putting out the bleeds. That in reality doesn't really matter too much. Well, it did this time. And Warlock goes. And what was interesting there is that he put a disrupted on Morgan Le Fay, so it's not just the second node that's broken in Bio. He's broken in Mystic. And here we go with the final boss node. I am not going to be clearing this with Spider Weaver right now. As you'll see, she is going to get killed, and it's going to start leading to me just failing on this node to one-shot it. I usually bring in Dormammu for this. Just makes it a lot easier. This is just a very long node in reality because of this first wave having all those revives. But we did get Ms. Marvel stunned, keeping her from taunting. We're going to execute Dormammu. Now we don't have to worry about him flipping our buffs on us. Just trying to get through the multiple man. There's multiple man 1 dead. Getting rid of those revive once. And trying to keep Black Bolt under control. Don't really want him coughing. So now I have a choice here who to go against. We're going to use the basic. She doesn't hit very hard with that basic right now. I'll be interested to see what she hits like with that 5-star or 6-star though. Rewinding that turn meter now. More multiple man. The nice thing about multiple man with Icarus is you get a free double tap. That's what takes so long. This node is just waiting for all these characters to die twice. Now, maybe if I upgrade Spider Weaver a little bit more, she's only level 85, I'd have better luck with her inside of this node. So now we have a Maria Hill, a Shang-Chi, and a Dazzler have joined us. I just went and kind of targeted Ms. Marvel there, trying to get her out of there. But we're going to see something interesting with Maria Hill then. As soon as she takes a turn. Now we do have a charge on Spider Weaver. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, we finally killed Ms. Marvel the first time. Getting rid of Black Bolt. Okay, Shang-Chi does miss. We lose our charge. But Spider Weaver gets to go. We actually land the stun on Dazzler. We get more charges now. Maria Hill summons. Notice Maria Hill does not miss, and neither do her summons. So another thing we're going to have to keep in mind, Maria Hill can still land when she summons those troopers. They will still land it. Therefore, Spider Weaver will not lose any charges. So, could Secret Avengers be something that we use to counter them? Also, Polaris does not miss as well. I think she does have an unavoidable attack, and that's why. And that's what killed off Spider Weaver. And that was pretty much the beginning of the end of my team. I do knock out a couple characters, and I left this one as a cleanup for my alliance mates to clean up for once. I do get rid of Gambit, though, for them. And that pretty much does it for Spider Weaver in the raid, in the Mystic raids. I think she can actually be used, but I would take Dormammu over her. But it's something good if you don't have Dormammu and you don't want to run like a full Darkhold. That's another option. There's just so many Mystics that are so good that can be used. It's nice to see yet another one. But until next time, everybody.